how do I cover my hirsutism with makeup and how do I stay confident? I'm gonna let you know. So for the first part of that, I think it's important for me to show you what my skin looks like up close. So before I do my makeup, I like removing as much hair as possible. That's just how I like it. You don't have to. But yeah, so on my cheeks, I have more peach fuzziness. So that's easy to get rid of with one of these like flawless touch razor things. But for down here in my mustache area, you can probably tell that like it looks like there's still hair there, but I promise you, I got rid of all the hairs that were poking out. And if you touch it, it is very smooth. But there is, in general, discoloration there. And the little dots that you see, those are more hairs that like haven't poked out of the skin yet. So I couldn't really like grab those with like my thread because usually I thread my skin. So yeah, that's just like what my skin is looking like. And this is what I start with. So after I remove all of the hair that I can and I also exfoliate, I moisturize, which I already did, and then I prime. So for priming, I first go in with something more like blurring slash pore filling slash smoothing. So this one I'm going to use is a liquid poreless putty primer. I usually use the regular poreless putty primer, but this is what I have right now. So yeah, I use this all over my face. So I'm gonna go put that on. All right, I put on this half of my face. You can kind of see the difference a little bit. Like this side still looks a little bit more like not smooth. This one looks a little bit smoother. Okay, so I put that primer on. Now, if I don't have time to, remove as much hair as possible and I can only do a little bit and I still say like, I still have the peach fuzz and stuff like that, I go in with another primer. I usually use a like more one of those like sticky primers that are like kind of gel-like, like the, what is it? Like the e.l.f. Power Grip or like the e.l.f. Jelly Pop, whatever it's called, or in a higher brand, that would be the Milk Hydro Grip. So one of those ones, and then I just warm it up in my hands, and then I just put it like this downward so that my hairs kind of lay as flat as possible against my face. But today I'm not going anywhere, and the only sticky one I have is a limited edition one, the Jelly Pop Primer by e.l.f. So I don't feel like using that on a date that I'm not going out. So yeah. And I already removed most of my hair, so. The next thing is basically the main part of covering up the hirsutism, and that is color correcting. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Orange Corrector. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. The thing is too small for me to read right now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is like a cult classic basically, and I'll show you how I apply it. Actually, I'm going to show you two ways that I do it. One, the way if I actually want to get ready and look nice, and the second is if I'm lazy and if I don't give a shit about my hirsutism. All right, so this side of my face is going to be the side where like I actually kind of care. So I'm just going to apply a very liberal amount, and I'm applying a liberal amount because I'm going to be blending this out with a sponge. And by the way, whatever I'm doing here, I also usually do it on my neck as well, but since I'm not going anywhere, I don't want to waste my product. Now taking a sponge and just blending it out. I push the product up to my lip, and then I know this looks like a lot, I know. But it's going to soak up a little bit with the sponge. And I take my time blending. Okay, this is after like a minute-ish of blending it out. And now I'm going in with the concealer that's a little bit orangey, like next to my skin. So you can see, like, putting it next to my skin, you can see that's kind of orange. This is e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in medium beige. So this is actually also where the lazy side comes in. Because this is also orange, like tinted, it's going to do a very similar-ish effect to what this does, except a little bit less because it's not an extra layer of makeup. So I'm applying it to both this side that doesn't have the orange corrector as well as the side that does have the orange corrector. And now I am blending everything out. By the way, between layers, like if I do what I was doing on this side, then I put usually a setting spray in between. And this is kind of where we're at right now. After this, I literally just do the rest of my face normally, just put on foundation and rest of makeup and whatever. And because this video is running a little bit long, I'm going to put the answer to the confident part in the next video, and I will also do the rest of my foundation and stuff in that video, so you can go watch that.